a primer girly. I have a new one to try that was sent to me in PR from the brand YSC. This is their Skin Glow Primer with SPF 30. The SPFs inside of it are avobenzone, homosalate, octosalate, and octocrylene. I'm not here to argue with you about what SPFs are good for you or not good for you, so we're not gonna have a fight about chemical and mineral sunscreen in my comment section. I don't think I am the person to sit here and tell you about those things, but there are a lot of people on the internet smarter than me educating about SPF. I am a little bit concerned about the amount I have to apply. With SPF, you have to apply about a quarter teaspoon to your face and neck. The thing about makeup is that it wears a little bit differently whenever you put a lot of product on. I'm going to apply 2 fingers worth of this to my face. If I apply SPF in the morning and I am also wearing makeup, I do give myself 10 minutes in between the application and when I come back. The bottle is actually quite beautiful. I think it's a glass bottle that has some kind of like coating on it. I can definitely see this white coating getting my foundations all over. So that's what it's looking like on the first finger. I already said I'm not the person to teach you about how to apply SPF. I just want to make sure you're wearing enough. This has a little bit of that like SPF scent. That was just 1 finger and that was obviously enough to apply to my full face, but I'm not going to get the efficacy of that 30 SPF. Also, is 30 SPF enough for you? That was layer 1. We're going to do another layer with the other finger. I think it's just going to feel really thick before I put on foundation. However, I would say it's melting into the skin very nicely, kind of reminding me of the finish if you use the Glow Screen sunscreen as a primer. It's kind of giving a similar vibe to that. It's not as like silicone-y feeling as Glow Screen. I don't really like Glow Screen as a primer for myself. You should be getting your ears. I got my ears pierced recently, so I'm not trying to get too much stuff on them. I am freshly applied here, and here is what it's looking like. Now I'm gonna give that 10 minutes to soak into the skin, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like. Also, while I'm here, I'm gonna recommend some other creators who are really intelligent and talk a lot about SPF and how to apply it correctly. Charlotte of Do Skin, she talks a lot about SPF. Alice in the Rabbit Hole, if you like YouTube, she does a lot of YouTube content and she does a lot of SPF content. Sarah Rose Beauty does a lot of SPF reviews on her YouTube channel. Dr. Dre on YouTube also talks about SPF, and so does Michelle over at Lab Muffin Science. I always want to say Bunny. It's been 10 minutes and here is what it's looking like. So when I touch my skin, it's not really like thick. I'm not really like feeling a ton of like moisture or leftover residue, which I think is good. It's definitely like settled into my skin. I have oily skin. I don't always like need the extra glow. I think that this is really pretty. I'm curious how makeup will wear on it. I think it's really nice to have a primer that has SPF in it before I apply my makeup, so I can at least be protected for the first few hours of the day. It's definitely something I'm going to keep playing with. To follow up on my thoughts on this, make sure you're subscribed to me on YouTube. And thank you again to YSE for sending this to me.